You know that person who cancels plans at the last minute. Again, they're tired, they're busy, they'll catch you next time. And maybe you've been that person, the one who secretly feels relief when plans fall through. Here's the thing no one tells you. That person isn't antisocial. They're not boring, and they're definitely not broken. They're protecting something. If you're someone who genuinely gets more excited about a quiet night at home than a loud night out, welcome. You're about to feel very seen, because today we're breaking down the psychology of people who love staying at home, the ones society calls boring, but science calls something else entirely. Here's where it starts. Extroverts recharge by being around people. Their energy comes from noise, movement, stimulation, chaos. The more that's happening, the better they feel. But introverts, in people who prefer solitude, work differently. They recharge in stillness. Every social interaction, even a fun one, slowly drains their battery. And home is the only charger that actually works. Psychologists call this optimal arousal theory. Some nervous systems need high stimulation to feel alive. Others need less. So when someone chooses staying home, it's not laziness, it's not fear, it's biology. But there's more going on than just introversion. For many people, home isn't just quiet, it's control. Out there, the world is unpredictable. Loud strangers, last-minute changes, small talk with people who don't actually care about your answer. But at home, you control the lighting, the noise, the temperature, the vibe. For people with anxiety or high sensitivity, that control isn't a luxury, it's survival. And here's something most people don't expect. Studies consistently show that people who enjoy solitude tend to be more introspective, more creative, and better at problem solving. Staying home isn't doing nothing. It's where the best ideas are born. Not in a crowded bar, but in a quiet room, late at night, when your mind finally has space to wander. And yet, society doesn't celebrate that. We glorify being busy, being booked, being out there, the influencers, the parties, the live your best life culture. But what if your best life is a documentary, some comfort food and zero obligations? That's not sad. That's self-awareness. Now, this part matters. Not everyone who stays home is doing it for healthy reasons. For some people, it's social anxiety, past trauma, depression that quietly whispers, "What's the point?" And for them, home becomes both a refuge and a cage. So here's the real question you have to ask yourself. Do you stay home because it fills you up, or because leaving feels too heavy? Because one is peace and the other is hiding. But for people who genuinely love staying home, who feel calmer, clearer, more like themselves there, they're not missing out on life. They're just living it differently. They find joy in small rituals most people rush past. The morning coffee routine, the favorite spot on the couch, the way the light hits the room at sunset. Psychologists call this low stimulation preference. These people don't need the world to constantly entertain them. Their inner world is rich enough. So if you're someone who turns down invitations without guilt, who feels genuinely happy on a solo Saturday, who would rather rewatch a comfort show than chase new memories, you're not broken. You're wired for depth over noise, for peace over performance. And that's not something to fix. That's something to understand. Tell me, do you prefer staying home, or do you think we're all just making excuses?